Hey guys, it's Kylie, and today I am going to be doing a movie review on Insurgent. It came out on Friday, yesterday. It came out yesterday, the 20th. But, I was planning to go to the midnight premiere with my good friend Logan, and that ended up not happening. So I went today and saw it, and to be completely honest, I thought it was okay. It was okay. The movie itself was really good, and the editing was really good as well, but there were a few details that they had left out and that I had hoped that they would keep in there, and they just didn't. And this is going to be like a review slash rant, so if you have not seen the movie, you should go see it. I do recommend it, especially if you are in the Divergent fandom, and yeah. Okay, so I will get out of the way the things that really bugged me about the movie. Okay, so at the very beginning, she finds out about the box really from a conversation with Marcus and Joanna that she overhears while she's doing her chores. And that does not happen in the book, actually. You do not actually find out about the box until, what the box really is until a little bit later. But that's okay. That's a small thing, but it was just one of the things that kind of, I don't know, just kind of bugged me, I guess. Another one that really bugged me, but I don't think they could have really done much with it, was how Edward had both of his eyes. You know that he got stabbed in the eye in Divergent by Peter, and that he lost both of his eyes. Now, they cut that from the first movie, so I can understand why they did this, but it just goes to show even more why it bugged me that in the first movie they had cut out the part where he got stabbed in the eye by Peter. Another one that kind of bugs me is I don't remember them ever mentioning Evelyn's name. I had to explain to my parents, because I took them to see it, because they had been wanting to see it as well, who Evelyn was, because every time I talked about Evelyn, they're like, who is that? I'm like, oh, that's Tobias's / 4's mom. And they're like, oh, I don't remember them saying that. I'm like, yeah, actually, you're right, I don't think they said it. Another big problem with this movie was the lack of Uriah. The lack of Uriah. The only time you really saw him was during the parts where they got shot with the, thing that made them fall asleep and only the Divergents were awake, and when he was on the roof talking to her when they actually attacked with those. He's my favorite character, and nope. He just wasn't in it as much, and you don't get to fall in love with him and his character like you do in the books, and I think that if I had never read the books, Uriah would be like nothing to me, but reading the books, I love Uriah. Okay, so another one that really bugs me is how Janine died. Janine was supposed to be upstairs in her, office area, and Triss goes up there, and they fight, and then Triss is like, I can't kill you, even after everything you've done, before he comes up and says, this is for George Wu, and kills Janine. That's supposed to be how Janine dies. But in the movie, Evelyn goes up to Janine in the very last scene, and Janine's like, hey, when they go out there, blah, blah. And Evelyn's like, you'll never get to know, and shoots her in the head, and then it goes to the credits. I'm grateful that they killed her anyways, because I thought that she wasn't going to die at all, just by how things were going. But they killed her, at least that happened, but I don't like how she died, because that's not how it happened in the book. The last really big complaint I have is Edith Pryor. They never said her name. They never specified that that was her grandmother. Or, not grandmother, but great, couple greats, grandmother. They never even said her name. Now, this made me mad because I felt like that was a huge part of Insurgent that really led into it. Legion, you're like, whoa, what? But in this, you're just like, oh, it's just a random person, because you don't know. And the gates open, you see, all the factions going towards the gates, and then the gate, you see, a little part of the gate opening, but I don't remember that being in Allegiant or this, because I thought that Tori and Tobias / 4 and Triss and Uriah and a few more people were supposed to go by themselves to travel outside the fence. Caleb came too. They were supposed to travel outside the fence, and then they get attacked, and then stuff happens in Allegiant. I'm not going to spoil you for Allegiant if you haven't read it. I'm not too sure now. My mom even said to me in the car, because this Is there not a third book or movie? Is there not going to be anything else? Because it just seems like they're just going to end it here. I'm like, no, they can't. That's not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to... It's just confusing. Like, I actually left that theater kind of ranting, and my parents were just like, "Yay, you're a freak." It's like, oh, I'm so angry with just the little things that they forgot. Overall, it was a good movie. Those were just the complaints I had. But it was a good movie, and I will give credit to that. Anyways, that wraps up my review for Insurgent. I do find it really good. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I would have given it a 5 out of 5 if it had stick to the book perfectly, but I don't think any book to movie adaptation can be exactly perfect. It's not as messed up as the Percy Jackson adaptation. I would recommend seeing it. So, thank you all so much for watching, and let me know what your opinion was of Insurgent, and I hope that you all have an amazing day. So, bye guys! I'll see you guys in the next video.